Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz. This is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Monday, July 1st, 2024. And if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your baseball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. All right, we got a small card for Monday, only 3 games, but here are the games in Major League Baseball. First up, we see the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Houston Astros. This one, an afternoon game at 3:07 Eastern. Hunter Brown and Yariel Rodriguez are your starters. Now, it's not the best spot to be in for the Astros that they're playing the extra innings game, but on top of that, it was a rain delay game against the Mets on Sunday at Citi Field. But I still think that Hunter Brown is the much better option in this game. I like the way the Astros are hitting the baseball, and obviously, a successful series at Citi Field against a red-hot Mets team. Give him credit for winning that series after losing the first game especially. But, Hunter Brown's pitching so well right now. You look at the ERA above 4, he's just been a completely different pitcher than what he was at the beginning of the year. In the month of June, he's got 31 innings, 36 strikeouts, and a 1.16 ERA. To me, while I may worry about the Astros bullpen later in this game, I think in the first 5 innings at least, they have a big advantage. And I like him in the full game as well. But, I would take him in the first 5, maybe split your bet, first 5 and full game money line. Yariel Rodriguez has just not pitched too well at the Major League level. I'm going to go with the Astros here. Next up, we see the New York Mets taking on the Washington Nationals. We're going to see David Peterson, Mackenzie Gore as the projected starters. We mentioned that weather delay, extra innings game with the Astros and Mets on Sunday makes it, a pretty tough spot for the Mets. But you could argue the same thing for the Nationals, who have, they're coming home from a really long road trip where they were all over. They started at Coors Field against the Rockies and played in San Diego this weekend in Tampa Bay and, against the Rays. And now finally they get back home in D.C. So honestly, not the best spot for either team. But for me, when the Mets, they've just been crushing lefties in the last month. This was a team that was struggling against left-handed pitching for quite a while, but they got some key right-handed bats back in the lineup. Francisco Alvarez, Mark Vientos, JD Martinez, and now they're actually number 1 in baseball in the last month in team OPS against lefties with a low strikeout rate to go with it. And the Nationals, on the other side, they are struggling. They were 24th ranked against lefties in the last month. That strikeout rate now above 21%, which is not something we're used to seeing from this Nationals team. They're pretty patient, lineup doesn't really strike out much. But I think David Peterson, good form. Last start, 8 strikeouts against the Yankees. The Mets have won each of his last 4 games, including a game against these Nationals. I got to go with the Mets in this one on the money line. Next up, we see the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Colorado Rockies. Of course, the final game for the Monday card in Major League Baseball. Bryce Wilson and Austin Gomber are your starters. I don't really love either of these options in this game. Gomber has struggled for quite a few starts now after a strong start to the year. Wilson also had a really nice start to the season. He's kind of regressed, recently. The last game was a nice, step in the right direction against the Rangers, but the Brewers have actually not fared too well at Coors Field recently. Last year they got swept. I believe the year before they lost the series 2-1. So, not necessarily a team that I would want to be laying minus 155, minus 160 on the road, even though I do think Milwaukee's the better team. The Rockies, we know, are much more competitive at Coors Field. I think they'll be able to get to Wilson. I think Gomber, while he's struggling, he has a sub-4 ERA at Coors Field, so I honestly trust him more at Coors Field than I would, especially against the Brewers, who have not been great against lefties in the last month. They're ranked 23rd in baseball in team OPS and even worse in isolated power. So the value lies with the Rockies, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Colorado on the money line. And that's it. Those are the games in baseball for Monday. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and put those baseball picks in the comment section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.